Good morning. Welcome to First Parish Church in Billerica, a Unitarian Universalist welcoming congregation. Whoever you are and wherever you are on life's journey, you're welcome here this morning, and we invite you to stay after the service for coffee and conversation down in the parish hall or chat online. My name is Brita. I'll be the worship assistant for today's service. And our worship leader this morning is Evonne Steinman. She is an arts educator, activist, and community artist. She worked for a number of years in UU congregations as a director of religious education, and she now teaches art at Stetson School, a residential therapeutic school. And she is just so creative and so wonderful. We've had her preach for us a number of times before, and we are so happy to have her with us here this morning. Let's begin by acknowledging that First Parish Church was built on the unceded land of the Pawtucket and Massachusetts people. We acknowledge the connection they have continued to maintain with the land here in this place that we call Billerica. And we recognize the hardships they have endured and commit ourselves to caring for the land and fostering good relationships with our Indigenous neighbors. Our opening words.
The opening words this morning are from Alok. Alok is a gender non-conforming trans masculine and uses singular they pronouns. As a mixed media artist, Alok uses poetry, comedy, performance, drag, lectures, sound art, fashion design, portraits, social media to explore themes of gender, race, trauma, belonging, and the human condition. They will be 31 on July 1st. Happy birthday, Alok. Here's some words from Alok. Gender diversity is a natural attribute of human expression. Gender is a story, not a word. There are many ways to be a woman, as there are women. There are many ways to be a man, as there are men. There are many ways to be non-binary, as there are non-binary people. Good morning, everyone who's here, near and far. Our chalice lighting is written in your order of service. As we light this flame, let us say these words together. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. Our opening hymn this morning, if you're here in the sanctuary, is in your teal hymnal. If you're zooming in, you'll be able to see that also, or it also will be on the video you'll see. The hymn we're going to be singing this morning is by the UU minister, Reverend Fred Small. He's a musician, environmental activist, and this particular song, Everything Possible, has become a standard for LGBTQ choruses worldwide. This morning, we'll be singing along with the Boston Gay Men's Chorus. You can rise if you are willing and able.
Told
now time in our service for our meditation. I know this rose will open. I know my fears will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. Yu Mary Gritzala wrote these words, which we will sing in a bit. She said, I know this rose will open is the answer, my invitation to the deep self. The way I hear, feel it, I am the rose. Opening is my nature. Norbert Čapek, who founded the Unitarian Church in Prague, introduced the flower communion 99 years ago on June 4th, 1923, a Unitarian ritual of sharing flowers, seeing the individual beauty in each flower and in each of us, sharing that with each other. If you're here in person this morning, and you haven't had a chance yet, you're welcome to bring up your flowers and put them in the vase up here. You're welcome to do that now. If you are joining us virtually, please place the flower or a one in your mind's eye in the vessel in front of you. Thank you for adding these beautiful gifts near and far. Now, let us take a few moments to look at these beautiful, colorful gifts from the universe. They all surround us. We'll take a few moments of silence and meditate on these wonderful gifts. I'll ring a chime, and then I'll ring it at the end to welcome us back. In your order of service, you will find your affirmation of faith. Let us share these words together. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God. Our second hymn this morning is I Know This Rose Will Open, this time in your gray hymnal. And again, if you'd like to rise as you are willing and able, this is number 396.
I know this rose will open.
I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open.
God's rainbow, Genesis 9. The spirit of the universe promised with a rainbow in the sky. In the midst of devastation, of the floods, of judgment, there was a beautiful rainbow in the sky, symbolizing God's gracious covenant. The spirit of the universe didn't promise that we would never expect storms, but that love will be with us during them. We are each a part of God's rainbow. We are each a part of the rainbow of love. We are each a part of the rainbow universe. Now, I have a question for folks this morning. If I were to say, taste the rainbow of fruit flavors, what candy is that from? You got it, Skittles. So this morning, unfortunately, I don't have Skittles because they didn't come in individual packs. That's COVID safe. But we're going to pretend a little bit that we're in a Pride event right now, and all of you are on the sidelines, and I'm on some sort of float. And what do you think I might do? I'm going to throw some candy at you this morning. For those who are here virtually, I'm so sorry that you can't catch this. Here we go. Let's see. I need to practice with my throwing. Do you all want to help throw? Okay. I'm going to have some helpers throw. Yeah, I didn't practice my pitching this morning. I should have done that. throw them all from up here or over there, however you'd like to throw them. These are, oh, we're getting there. Whoa, oh my gosh, that one was awesome. Yeah, we almost got a home run. Just so people know, these are gluten-free and vegan treats this morning. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you. And for folks that are here virtually, see if you can throw some candy at each other later today. Thanks. Now, the first Pride, as we know, wasn't some corporate parade like many are today, with candy being flung at you like we did just now. But please do enjoy these fruits from the earth. In 1969, let us remember that the first Pride was a riot against police brutality. Some of us here today remember that very well and firsthand. Some 52 years later, we still need to remember this history, how far we have come, and how far we still must need to go. We must follow that rainbow. Because people of all ages are still being attacked for their gender identity. We must still challenge homophobic and transphobic legislation. We must show up like our second principle and say that we are all inherently beautiful. I have two stories to share with you this morning about pride and justice. If these were stories made into a kid's book, you would be probably welcomed like this.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere, friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
So these stories, they are true stories this morning. I'm going to share with you. One is called Your Flight is Canceled. Yup, so it showed up on my phone. Okay, I guess I'm not leaving Asheville, North Carolina. Wait, but there's no other flights? Figuring out what to do at the time, I posted a picture on social media. Oh, I'm in the Blue Hills Mountains in North Carolina. What happened next? The spirit of the universe didn't promise that we would never experience storms, but that love will be with us through them. Each of us is part of God's rainbow. Each and part of us is a rainbow of love. We are each a part of the rainbow universe. I checked my phone and saw a message from Yaakov Reef, as so many of you know here. And in the message, he posted, "Oh my gosh, I'm on the same mountain range." I said, "What? What is going on here?" Wrote back, and I said, "Wait, where are you?" He's hiking the Appalachian Trail with his boyfriend, Justin. I said, "I'm in Asheville with Nancy and Linda." Wait a second, where are you? Message back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Realized that he was hiking only an hour and a half away from us. So what did I do right away? Flight was canceled. Said, "Nancy and Linda, guess what we're doing tomorrow?" We figured out on the map we were going to meet them at a hostel in Tennessee. So what happens on that canceled flight day is Nancy, Linda, myself, Yaakov, and Justin met up at a Tennessee hostel, had a wonderfully gay picnic lunch, and then we all hiked from Tennessee to North Carolina and North Carolina to Tennessee. It took about 20 minutes. We went from sign to sign. So, the universe didn't promise that we would never experience storms like a canceled flight, but that love will be with us during them. Another side note with this true story is that if people know the statistic that if a youth in their life, an LGBT youth, has just one caring adult that cares about them, the suicide rate goes down by 40%. Nancy was one of Yaakov's youth coordinators when he was a youth in Boston. And I know Yaakov from working in the faith and spirituality tent at Occupy. So the universe very much did align. Let us remember that we must show up, even if it's because of a canceled flight, even if we're having a picnic in Tennessee by Confederate flags. We are surrounded by love's universe. Second story, mending. The flag went up, the peace rainbow flag on campus. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh, some said it's not going to last. Why is it even up there? 3 days later, where did the flag go? It was torn down. My heart sank. The spirit of the universe didn't promise that we would never experience storms, but that love will be with us during them. The flag was down. I found out it was torn. What will happen next? This could be seen as a hate crime, not just to one person, but the whole community. Now, this student that took it down is someone that usually wouldn't process for someone, but for some reason, something shifted. He was able to come in and mend that peace rainbow flag and put it back on that flagpole so it is for all to see again. The rainbow group at the school met. They first shared the pain that they felt from the flag being down. Then went around in a circle and shared the comfort and peace and love they felt when it was up again. The small act of mending made the community whole again. Little microcosm of our world. We are each a part of God's rainbow. We are each a part of the rainbow of love. We are each a part of the rainbow universe. Sowing mends the souls. Dearly beloved, the spirit of the universe didn't promise that we would never experience storms, but that love will be with us during them. Let us always surround ourselves with rainbows of pride and justice amidst the storms. And let us always remember this and say, Amen. Let's take a look at this rainbow of flowers in front of us. Either on your screen or right here in the sanctuary. The flower communion ritual came to Cambridge, Massachusetts in 1939 by Maya Chopek, Norpek's wife. She was on a US tour. She then served as the minister of the New Bedford Church from 1940 to 1943. Sadly, she was unable to return to Europe because World War II broke out. In 1941, Chopek's Gospel of the Inherent Worth and Beauty was deemed by the Nazi courts, quote, too dangerous to be allowed to live. Dr. Chopek was sent to a concentration camp and killed the next year by gas. On his death certificate, it didn't say that. It said cause of death, heart failure, stroke. This morning, we will come up and take a different flower than the one that we brought this morning. Let us share this beauty around. If you are again joining virtually this morning, please share the flower with someone near you now or in your imagination. It's the intention that makes it real. Let us honor all those who have passed because of being who they were when society didn't accept them, and work towards a world where all are free. Let us listen to Norbert's words that he wrote and shared for the years during the flower communion service. I first welcome everyone as you are willing and able to come up from the sides and pick a flower and bring it back to your seat. If you need someone to bring you a flower, please raise your hand. Now let us look at the flowers in front of you. Again, this might be in your mind's eye, or they might be right in front of you. And let us listen to Norbert's words. Infinite Spirit of life, we ask thy blessing on these, thy messengers of fellowship and love. May they remind us, amidst diversities of knowledge and of gifts, to be one in desire and affection and devotion to thy holy will. May they also remind us of the value of comradeship, of doing and sharing alike. May we cherish friendship as one of thy most precious gifts. May we not let awareness of another's talents discourage us or sully our relationship. But may we realize that whenever we can do, small or great, the efforts of all of us are needed to do thy work in this world. Our closing hymn this morning is also by Norbert Chopek. It's in, actually, now I can't remember. I think it's in which hymnal? It's in the gray hymnal, thanks. And we don't really sing it that much here, but let's give it a try. It's called Color and Fragrance. You can rise if you are willing and able.
Color and fragrance, magical rhythm, sweet changing music will change us with them. Life within life, inner light gently glowing. Surely you seem to be God's vision growing. Oh, starry heavens, worlds of all splendor, suns without numbers, new life engender. Wheel in a wheel with the light brightly glowing, moving in harmony, God's vision growing. And full of pebbles, high mountain passes, depths of the ocean, dew on the grasses, great things and small, with the light gently glowing, word from the word is song, God's vision growing. Delicate beings, lace-wing and sparrow, in field and forest, clover and sparrow, life greeting life with the light brightly glowing. Not too small to be God's vision growing. In human eyes burns the soul of living, illumines all turns of loving giving. Greeting we meet heaven, moving in harmony, light gently glowing. May we be gratefully God's vision growing.
Okay, just had to take the mic for a sec. Sorry. We do have to do a few more parts of the service because our Unitarian Universalist churches are self-supporting, and your gifts of time, faith, love, and of money is what sustains the work of the church. The morning's offering will now be taken and gratefully accepted.
It's time for us to extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Remember, friends, you are a part of God's rainbow, even in the midst of the storms. Your beautiful colors shine.